And we're on standard spawn this time.
Well, Zath, you called it. You said the solution was more Petro, and TWA took your advice to heart.
I mean, you don't want to ban Petro, you find out why you should have
you find out why
Petro.
you should have banned Petro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's game 2 of this best-of-5 semifinal match between RESIN and TWA here in King of the Sea 18 International. Let's have a look at RESIN's lineup here in green as they spawn on the top end of Sleeping Giant. Mad Dog in a, not quite a full torpedo reload build Shimakaze, but just running unique upgrade there. No torpedo reload skills to go with it. Eagle Lance in his Gdansk. This looks like the same build we saw last game. Freist now in a Hrugamo. This is the smoke upgrade in slot 5, as Zath likes to call it, the 420 Blaze It All for maximum smoke duration. They're running a triple Petro lineup of their own. We've got Big 6 here, range and top grade gunner. Big Boy 69 angling towards mid, range and top grade gunner. Petro number 3 over here headed towards the eastern side of the map. Hungria, range and top grade gunner. Seems like that's their universal build here. Last but not least, their last cruiser, Legend Formula in a Napoli. A little bit of secondary power sticking with top grade gunner himself. Double battleships. Peyton the Rockhider here in his Conqueror. Got tired of getting farmed out last game, said, screw it, I'll just bring all the heals I can. And Feva now, he's in the Kremlin this game as he makes revolutions to the west on the top side of Thunderdome. What's TWA got cooking in red, Zath?
Well, TWA is making haste with Vile to the Harugumo and heading over towards A. Also with the smoke build, we've got Kaistus's Petropavlovsk behind with reload and top grade gunner. Point has a Petropavlovsk reload top grade gunner. We got Silverblade in Ohio, kind of parking in a position to cover B cap. I think they're doing the usual. What's going to have to be, and let's be ready for it.
That's where his guns are looking. He's kind of got his stern turrets looking that way.
Yep. We got Sakiko's Gdansk kind of fishing around the B cap. With so many Petros, you have to know there's going to be at least one in the traditional 12-kilometer radar spot and probably another one someplace else. Behind them, heading towards the D cap, we got Marcelo Pello in a Summers torpedo build with a little extra smoky smoke. Kieli Tong in a Petropavlovsk unique, reload and top grade gunner. Kinimot in a Petropavlovsk reload top grade gunner and outnumbered, so he's going to go wide to the corners. And Angel Stone in a Conqueror of his own.
A double Conqueror game, Zath. I didn't have that on my my bingo card for the day.
No, I didn't either. But hey, it works. So, Petro with range makes sense on a map like this. It's large enough where you can get cross shots and that sort of thing. The question is, you're up against TWA. You're up against the people that are best at dodging things at long range. So, does the range mod help here, you think?
I think you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And not having the range to take a shot means, maybe you should have taken range mod. So I understand, especially at this level of play, why range mod is popular. It allows you to potentially take shots that you otherwise wouldn't have had an opportunity to take.
Right. That's why we often in clan battles will take range mod, Stalingrad, for example.
Now, I want to talk about target choice real early here. Angel Stone's first salvo out of his Conqueror went downrange on Big Boy's Petropavlovsk. Peyton's first salvo went downrange on where he believes Sakiko's Gdansk was, and it turned out he was there.
Yeah, saw that.
Yep, he kind of got a bit of a blind salvo there, and now the radar from Hungria coming up here. Sakiko going to take some more punishment from Big Boy's Petro, and they're bringing Eagle Lance's Gdansk back to mid. More Conqueror shells falling in on Sakiko as well. Oof.
Yeah, they connect.
Peyton doing good work early here. Taking some punishment of his own, but it's a Conqueror.
Yeah,
it'll buff right out.
Yeah, they'll just the Family Guy barn reference. Remember when Conqueror was originally released and it had that stupid reload on the timer too? So like you use the heal and then like 30 seconds later you can use it again.
Yep.
Crazy.
Big boy, already at half HP back here. His engine's out.
Mm-hmm.
His DCP just now coming back up. I think he's flooding as well.
Yeah, he might have taken a Gdansk torpedo.
Yeah, I think he took one or more Gdansk torpedoes there. Sakiko deciding that... Go ahead.
Angelstone in the same position to farm out a radar cruiser.
Yep. Sakiko deciding that discretion is the better part of valor, and with less than half of his HP remaining, he decides, we're out of here, baby. Eagle Lance pops his radar to get some shells on him as he leaves.
I don't know that I like Eagle Lance doing that. He gets spotted doing it. He takes a little bit of chip damage, but most importantly, he tells TWA where he is.
Yeah, the radar alone would have told him that. They brought him back, I presume, to try to bag this kill, right? Like, oh, we know we put a bunch of damage into him. Let's go get him.
True.
But TWA, a step ahead, basically saying we're not going to leave him out there to risk him.
Absolutely. Vial open watering now, so Kaistus can get into the A cap.
Yep. Vial trading some of his HP so that Kaistus' Petro can sneak into the A cap here. At the moment, no other caps owned, occupied, contested, whatever, other than each team's kind of original cap, C and D, of course, and then TWA now making a play for A. Once they get this, once Kaistus flips this over, dislodging him is going to be a massive pain in the ass.
Oh, it will. It will be. I'm surprised Eagle Lance wasn't able to convert the B cap after he kind of went in and shoved Sakiko out.
Well, they made the move simultaneously. Sakiko left, and they moved Ikea's Petro around so that he had shots. And so it's a bit of a mess now. Like, there's very few... Like, Eagle could still contest this cap, but he would need to come to, like, the northeastern corner of it where the Petro wouldn't have shots.
Right.
He could do it, but he'd have to reposition a little bit. Oh, speaking of Sakiko getting dunked.
I'm watching him. I'm watching him right now. 4,000. He's trying to smoke now. He's making inky.
Yeah, they've already burned through a couple of big boys' heals. It looks like at least 2 or 3 of them.
3,400 left for Sakiko, but he W's out.
Yep. Ohio HE combined with Petro HE succeeds in pushing Feva's Kremlin back off the A cap. Eagle Lance trying to reverse in here. I think he's realizing, he's looking at this angle. If he just holds this line and just backs straight up into the cap, the Petro will have to come way out to get shots on him. And I don't think that's likely.
Right.
About a 50-point lead and growing here for TWA. 8 minutes gone. Plenty of game time left. RESIN trying to jockey for board position. You know, Zath, you and I haven't looked at the 10 line a lot. At least I haven't. But Kenny Mod's taking
right now.
Kenny Mod's taking some punishment over here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's taken almost 30,000 damage from Napoli and 13.5 from Shimakaze, so he must have taken a torpedo at least one.
Yeah, he's also down to 2 heals left remaining in the tank, just like Big Boy. So Petros on each team, definitely an issue. Silverblades Ohio had already flipped his turrets, ready for Eagle Lance to make this play at B, Zath. Check this out.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the hit.
Yeah, Eagle punished for half his HP just for having the audacity to step onto the B cap. But now that the Petro Rado is down, they don't have another way to suss him out.
My chat is catching up from 5 minutes ago when we talked about builds. Take a look at Silverblade's build real quick in the Ohio. The 2nd AA skill there. Now that skill is the one where your anti-air guns are firing and your consumables reload quicker, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So my chat says AA build Ohio. Yes, it's that skill, but that skill is meant to bring consumables back sooner, specifically the plane.
Yeah.
So, in a world where you've got Dutch ovens, and especially on this map, you typically will see Hounlu or Utrecht or something like that. It makes perfect sense to have a skill that punishes or at least is activated from anti-air guns.
I'm not sure how they got us. They must have just guessed on Eagle Lance and got lucky there. At this point, the Petro radar is going to be back before he gets back into the cap.
Yeah, Eagles coughed up an awful lot of hit points for
Yeah.
really no gain, unfortunately.
If it were me, I feel like he needed to. I don't know. They did a pretty good job of keeping him off this cap for sure. But I feel like if it were me, I would have gone a little farther, like to the northeast corner. He was kind of just dead center, northern top. I would have moved a little farther to the east, I think.
Meanwhile, on the 10 line, there's a very hard push forming from Resin
Yep.
now, Formula, Peyton, Mad Dog.
Feels like they're going to pull Eagle out of the mid entirely. They're just not willing to risk the ship for the B cap.
It's too late. He's lost too much hit points.
Yeah, 140-point lead now for TWA as they continue to build on this cap advantage. They've owned A for a while now. So now less than 4 minutes for Resin to move the needle somewhere. They got to bag a kill. And you can already see TWA kind of pulling their vulnerable assets back. They do catch a glimpse of Kenny Mod here, who's only got one more heal left. Peyton trying to get his guns around here and get this shot down range. Mad Dog flying very close to the sun over here.
Yeah, Mad Dog knows destroyer handling very well.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he's having to hang, Petro now has that narrow gap between its detection radius and its radar range. And Mad Dog is having to thread that needle very tightly to keep Kenny Mod lit while not wandering into his radar range too deep and getting smacked around for it.
Yeah, he gets about 1 kilometer and change to play with.
Peyton's got some torpedoes coming in. He's going to take at least 2 of these, it looks like. Maybe just 1? No, just the 1, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a heal.
It'll buff right out.
Vile now setting up to possibly go into the Thunderdome. That's kind of a fun position there. Keeps Big Six's Petro detected and allows him to W away to safety when he's on radar.
It's a 200-point lead now for TWA. Vile staggering these torpedo launches to deny Big Six this move along the 1 line. So, some radar going up over here. This is Hungria. They're just looking for a little bit of info.
Yep.
They're trying to focus out Peyton. They know he just healed. Sakiko now smoking and getting in on the action. The Petro AP is going to end Peyton's game here. Can he get one last fire on Kenny Mod on his way out the door? He doesn't.
Decent hit.
Yep.
Well, DCP.
Oh, okay, yeah. 3 or 4K there. A Legend absolutely selling his ship to get this kill on Kenny Mod, driving straight into the Summers torpedoes. Has a wonderful corridor. Yeah. He's great. They do get the fire on Kenny. Big kill they're going to get here in just a moment. But now
very important for him, but
now they have to extract that hull. They can't lose Legend in exchange. They're kind of having to just push everywhere and hope, Zath.
Pretty much. Which, hey, at a certain point, that's what you got to do.
Look
at the Torps on Angel Stone.
They did shove Big Six into the A-cap. Angel takes at least 1 here in the bow. Sorry.
He took 3.
Oh, did he? I missed it. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, Sakiko goes down.
Oh, big kill. They've been needing that one for a while. Sakiko hanging around on 3K HP. They're trying to get Legend here. They're going to get him because he's burning back there. Conqueror picks him up. They're grabbing the decap, Zath.
Look at Fiva going into the Thunderdome against Vile's Gumo.
I love this play. I love everything about it. They're burning out Big Six. They get it. That's going to allow them to start ticking up points off the A-cap again. The Harugumo here, though. Vile is going to have do some fancy work with his torpedoes. This is to say this is bold is an understatement. As a battleship player, you never want to find yourself nose to nose with this kind of torpedo power. But there's the radar. Fiva's ready for this shot. He has to be ready with the HE in the barrel. There it is. Yep. He gets it.
There it is. Big kill.
Big kill. Resin basically pushing all across the board, trying to keep their ships in play while they do it. They're going to lose Fiva's Kremlin. He's out of heals.
He's got no more heals. That's correct. His DCP is down as well.
Hungary moved up and grabbed the decap. IKEA now moving into the middle of the board. He and Big Boy in a bit of a duel. There goes Fiva.
Yep, Kaisis with the radar catching Frice's Gumo.
We're still 2 minutes now from a TWA win, and there's nothing left that RESIN can put onto A to slow that down. So it's going to take kills now to move the needle.
And Big Six is in trouble. Angel Storm, Marcelo Pello kiting to the corner of the map.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
to see it. Oof, Marcelo barely dodging these torpedoes.
Yeah, these destroyers in a stern chase, Eagle, Lance, and Mad Dog, absolutely never where you want to be.
I like Mad Dog putting smoke down for Eagle Lance so he can try to gun down Angel Stone's Conqueror.
I mean, he's got 60 seconds, so be quick about it.
I think they're hoping to run into Marcel Pello Summers and gun that down. But for now, at least they'll take that. Yeah, he got lucky. He got the hit.
Well, I was going to say, IKEA now finding himself in a 3-on-1 in the middle of the board. Hungry behind him, and the Harugamo, that's Frice, has moved out in front of him along with Big Boy. They might have an opportunity to burn him out. They've got
Stone getting a heal going.
Frice has plenty of HP
30 seconds.
despite being under radar here.
There's the spot on the Summers.
They can't lose a ship here. They've got to get a kill before they lose a ship.
Dog. They're going to lose Mad Dog.
Yeah, they are. That's the game. Oh, so close. Almost clawed their way back into it. A classic TWA game, Zaf, right? They pick up a cap advantage early. They outtrade you for a while, and then they force you out of desperation to push everywhere at once and just, again, use that health advantage they've built up to hold you off. It's the same EU play style we've been seeing for almost a decade here.
Right, it is, indeed.